Hello and welcome, I'm Henry Scalets and welcome to this video all about From the Ashes DLC for Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, I've been on the internet this morning and I've found out some information about the new DLC. It's all very exciting. I've seen some footage. It looks really good, really interesting, and I'm really looking forward to it coming out apparently by the end of this month. So it begins with you going to speak with Sir Divish, who's telling you about Pribyslavitz now that you've cleared all the bandits from it, and he wants you to go and find his locator, Marius Billick. Now, Marius Billick has been sent there to decide whether Pribyslavitz is suitable for resettlement, but he's not heard from him for a few days now, so he wants you to go and investigate. Well, personally, I think it's Sir Divish trying to get Henry out of the way so he stays away from Lady Stephanie, but we'll see about that. So off you go to Pribyslavitz to find the locator, and no surprising, but when you get there, guess what? You find some bandits holding him captive. There's a little bit of a discussion, but the bandits basically decide that you're in their way and they're going to kill you, so you've got to do it instead. So you have a bit of a fight with them, deal with those, and free Marius. Now, Marius then informs you that he's not been able to do his job. When he arrived, the bandits set on him straight away. So he does a bit of an assessment. He has a good look at the church, decides, oh yeah, the church is really good. It's been very well made, considering its history and recent events, but it's going to need a bit more work than just a bit of wood nailing on. He also decides where your own rat house is going to be. Now, this would be Henry's office and house, where he does all his work and does his decision making on the construction of the town. So he decides the best place for that, near the church, sets about providing you with the information that you need to do that. What you end up, this is something new and looks really interesting. You get a book. It's basically it's a ledger. It contains all the information that you need about building the town. So when it comes down to what you're building, how many people are within it or needing to make that building productive, and how much it costs. Now, as you can see from the screenshot, in this one, they have 251,000 groschen available to spend on this project. Wow, that is a lot of money. I'm hoping you don't need to get that much to be able to complete this quest, but I wouldn't be surprised. At the moment in my game, I've only got about 2,000 groschen, so I've got some work to do. And Toby at Warhorse has suggested that you're probably going to need to go into town and sell as much of your stuff as possible to raise the money to do this. Luckily enough, if you've been to Pribyslavitz after the battle, you find quite a bit of armour laying about, so you're probably best collecting all of that and selling it all. I've also discovered about this is that when you're building a building, it does require you to build somewhere for the labourers to sleep. So that has to be taken into account. Also, you have to pay those labourers. So that comes out of your budget as well. But before you can do all of this, you have to build a road and a bridge. So if you don't, the traders and merchants, they're not going to be able to get in because they need big horses and carts to bring in their goods. So you've got to build a bridge and a road first. And this is a princely sum of 7,000 groschen. So right now I couldn't even afford that to get this party started. Once you've done that, you need to start getting your supplies together that you require to get building. Now obviously the main supply that you need for this is wood. So you'd need to set up a woodcutter's camp and also recruit the labour to do this. So, without hesitation, the bailiff in Rattay calls the town together and lets them know that Pribyslavitz is ready for resettlement and that people from Rattay and the refugees from Skalitz can go there to start a new life. Once you've done this, you'll need to start recruiting specific people for certain places. For example, the woodcutters camp. And also, I learned from the the footage that was seen at E3, a butcher. But this is no simple task of picking somebody to do that. Oh no, yeah, on this part of the quest line, you've got two butchers to choose from. One's not particularly honest, and the other one has a bad reputation, so you have to weigh up the choices. Do you want the dishonest guy that's going to upset the local population, or you can have the one with the bad reputation who is quite happy to give food to the poor? Now, this DLC does add 30 to 40 hours of gameplay, depending on how you play and how many times you die and how distracted you are going to be during your time there. But there are quite a lot of quests involved, so that all looks very interesting, and I'm so looking forward to playing this. You do have to manage your expenses. Each building is unique and comes with its own upgrades and a workforce which you've got to provide accommodation for. Now, there is only one new character in this DLC, and that is Marius Billick. Everybody else, you've probably met before. So survivors from Skalitz, people like Fritz and Matthew, Mateus, hopefully Teresa as well. I'm sure Teresa would like to join Henry in Pribyslavitz, stop living with her uncle. So yes, you get to choose these people and get them involved in this town and deal with the challenges that come with that. Now, as you're building, your ledger moves to the rat house where you get to live. All very nice. So there is a lot to look forward to. It enables you to play as Henry, as a bailiff, and able to manage a settlement, which I've heard a lot of people have been clamoring for. You actually had to go around, talking to the nobles and negotiating, trying to recruit people to your aid, that kind of thing. So I'm really looking forward to this. I hope this has whetted your appetite for this game. I've also discovered there is no exact release date yet for this. It has been mentioned on Twitter by Turbio Warhorse that it's due by the end of June. But also that the hardcore mode that's coming out about the same time is actually due for release tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow, the 26th of June, we'll be able to play hardcore mode, and that looks really interesting as well. I may do a separate video of that. I'll definitely post a playthrough video up on YouTube once I get it, download it, and have a good go on it. So a lot to look forward to in the next few days. I hope this has interested you. I'm Henry Skalitz. You can find me on Twitter at hskalitz. You'll also find Teresa on Twitter at tskalitz. And also a shout out to Sexy Biscuit on Twitter and YouTube. She has a wonderful YouTube channel. They're really funny. I really do recommend that you get on there and start listening to what she has to produce. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye-bye.